it a few seconds and then I'm gonna start. Enjoying my cup of tea. I'm officially done filming my spring 2020 plant tour. Hi. I'm gonna give it a couple seconds for people to find me and then I'll start. We'll see if today at this hour is a good time to go live. I'll try different days and times. I'm enjoying a nice hot cup of tea in my patio, and I am officially done filming all of my plant tours for spring 2020, and those videos are very time consuming to prep for, film, and to edit. How's everybody doing? Leave me your city, state, country, and what time it is so I know. I'm trying to do these lives at different days and hours, so it gives a chance for different people to come on and experience the live in real time versus watching it after, which is also nice too. You can watch it on your own time or you can rewatch it. Anybody drinking anything with me? I'm drinking out of my new cup that I got from Sonia, my plant friend. She's also a subscriber to the channel, and she's a client of mine, and this was a gift as part of my Easter little haul if you watch the vlog channel. Okay, 7 p.m. that is not that bad. Okay, I'm trying different times. The next time I'll go live will be in Las Vegas, and I'll do it at a different day and time towards the end of the week, so we can do a planting with Jewelyn live. It's been interesting the past couple of days, switching up the patio to do the spring tour. And also, as you see here, do you see this big baby in front of me? Do you guys see this aloe in front of me? And here's a question for the live, or you can put this down in the comments if you're watching this after the live. Any of you guys have any experience with aloe? Anybody? Yes? No? I'll give it a few seconds for you to respond. Anybody with experience with aloe? Because I have a really big one, and when it hits the 5-minute mark on this live, then I will kind of discuss the story. Hi, welcome to Planting with Jewelyn Live, episode 4. Hopefully YouTube will not kick me out and you don't have to do a part 2. So yeah, so this size is crazy, and in a minute I will tell you the story of what and how I ended up with this big thing. This is just a section of it, and actually I can carry it big like a baby. It's so big. And I guess you could say now I am officially a crazy plant lady. And also, with that being said, let me know in the comments down below if any of you guys ever rescued a plant. Anybody rescued a plant before, say for instance out of a trash can? Anybody? I know if you guys watched me for a very long time, I rescued some plants from a nursery trash and I took it home, and now they are living in my plant friend Tanya's patio. So I have some history of pulling plants out of a trash can, and then you know you're really officially a crazy plant lady. Hi, welcome. Can everybody type in their city, state, country they're in and the time, and then we're gonna start our live here. And yeah, so I'm a crazy plant lady, and actually those plants that I rescued in Las Vegas several years ago, there was maybe 2 or 3 green leaves. The rest were all brown, and it was awful, and I felt so sad, and I literally didn't care what anybody thought. In that nursery, I pulled out those babies and I took I took it home with me. I cleaned it up and they were doing really good in my space. And after a while, they weren't so happy, so I gave one to my plant friend Tanya, if you watch her on my Meet My Plant Friend series, and it was doing really good. When I went back there, hey Grandma, hello, hello, Grandma's in the live, yay! Grandma's in the live, leave her a nice comment. So I got my grandma on the live, I got my mom on the live. I'm not too sure if Kira's here. But anyway, I gave Tanya one of them and they were doing better than they were doing in my space. So I ended up just giving, okay, not that bad. We're not late in other parts of the world right now, but maybe everybody else is sleeping on the other side of the world and they can catch this later. So I gave the rest. I gave the rest of the rescue babies to Tanya and they're doing all very well in her patio. So with that being said, that was the last time I ever pulled a plant out of the trash. And cheers to you guys, and thanks Mom for the super chat. That'll go straight back to the collection. And let's bring up the baby. Okay, are you guys ready to see this baby, and then we'll talk about the stories? So I have to use 2 hands and this thing is super heavy without knocking down any plant babies around me. Here it is. Can you guys see this giant aloe? Look at it. Oh my gosh. Can we have some clapping hands emojis for this rescue? Give it up for Jewelyn's biggest plant rescue. I'm a crazy plant lady. I pulled this out of the trash and I'm super excited to try to figure out what can I do to have it thrive and live on its legacy here in Santa Monica. So I'm gonna put this down because it's super heavy. And let me tell you this, guys, I am so crazy. So basically, if you guys watch the vlog channel, you know that I take Ebby for walks in the neighborhood, right? Well, and you know, Santa Monica, everybody's yard is super pretty. I always get inspired with all the different colors and textures in everybody's yard walking. And you can see that on the vlog channel. So walking back, and I was actually video calling Kira at the time, and I said, oh my goodness, I see like someone in the neighborhood like put their whole, like must have been a garden of aloe in this green trash bin. We have a green and blue and black, and green is for like all things landscaping. And it was filled to the top with aloe. And I was like, oh no, my plant heart is dying right now. I have to do something about it. I had Ebby in one hand, I have FaceTime going on with Kira. I'm like, okay, Kira, stay on the phone with me. I said, I know I'm crazy because they probably can see me right now from their window going through their trash, taking these aloes out, because literally the trash bin was right in front of their house. I pulled not 1, not 2, but 3 of these aloes out of the trash. So can we get some clapping hands for Jewelyn for taking 3 aloes out of the trash with Ebby on a leash in one hand? And I wish somebody was vlogging me walking back in my neighborhood to my studio with these aloes, because I could not walk no more than 5 minutes with these 3 babies in my arms. I had to stop multiple times. I cannot believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, the whole neighborhood is looking at you right now. You're crazy. And I had them in my arms like this, 3 of them like this. They were like, you couldn't even see me. It was so crazy. And I took multiple breaks. I could walk with 3 like this in my hand for 3 to 5 minutes, and then I had to take breaks. It was crazy. And I brought it back. And since then, that was 2 days ago, you know, I was like, every day I'm like looking, what am I gonna do with this aloe? What am I gonna do with this aloe? Should I film a planting with Jewelyn, or should I do this on a live? Because maybe you guys can help me figure out what to do with it. I gave one yesterday to my plant friend subscriber client Sonia, and I told her, let me know what you're gonna do with it, because I think she might put it in her ground and plant it in ground. I don't do anything in ground, so this is gonna have to go in some sort of planter also. I did film a recent planting with Jewelyn, which you'll see in the future, but my subscriber gave me her variegated aloe, and one of its leaves fell off and it was callus over, and apparently there's a 50-50 chance that this can root up. Has anybody out there, press the number 1 if you've ever propagated an aloe with one of its leaves. Press the number 2 if you have never. Let me know, what do you guys think? Do you think this can root? Because apparently there's a 50-50 chance that you can root from a cutting like this. I'm not too sure. I have a few because apparently you know, walking back, I had a bunch of these fall off, and I was like, oh no, it's arms, it's falling off. Like I can't, like, I'm gonna have to like walk back in the neighborhood and like go and pick them off of the ground. But this is what I wanted to do on the live. I wanted to do this live so that maybe you guys can help me out, and this can be like a group effort to try to save this aloe. I'm taking the other one to Las Vegas so that Kira can experiment with hers, and then we can all kind of gather our aloe experiment rescue mission, and see what we all come up with for results. Also, the one that I'm keeping, guys, has a little baby. Oh my gosh. So if anything, if all else fails, I have the baby, right? So if you look here, I'll lift it up one more time. Oh my gosh. Do you see this baby? Oh my goodness. Can we have some hearts for these babies? Throw up some hearts for these babies. Throw up some hearts, some emoji hearts for the little baby. Give it some love, give it some love, because I'm really excited to at least rescue the baby. Thanks, Mom, for the super chat. Yay. Okay, so yeah, throw up any color hearts. I don't care. We're gonna send good vibes, a lot of heart emojis for the baby. So let's do this. At least let's do this on the live. And if we have time, I want to do some propagation with another plant. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we are in the tail end. As you see, like, the overall condition of the plant, I mean, like, literally it was stacked upon stacked and like literally dumped like this inside of the trash bin with like probably 10 others. And I told the rest of the babies in the bin, I said, I'm so sorry, I can't rescue you, you guys are too heavy. I would have took them all home if I could. In fact, I walked past that house yesterday and they were still all in the trash bin, and I felt so bad that I left them behind, like I couldn't save them. Ugh. But we have three, and hopefully I can do justice. And it's gonna be now interesting. Every time I walk past that house, I'm gonna be like, They could have at least, like, I don't know, leave it like, you know, in front of their house with the sign that says like, please take. I guess there must not be plant people to just throw them in the trash. So here is what the end looks like. As you see, I mean, this is a root, right? This is a root. So oh no, the poor baby. Okay, so why don't we do this as I like literally hold it up with my left hand. Let's take this baby, right? Take this baby, and I would totally grab my scissors right now, but here we are. So let's take this baby. Let's put this down. So as you see, the damage is not that bad. Like, it's decent, you know. I give it a year. I'll give it a year. Oh my god, this thing is so heavy. I'll give it a year to like come back to its full thriving self. The damage is, you know, there's some battle wounds, some scars from the garbage can. So here, take a look at this baby, guys. Okay, so this is the plan. I'm cleaning it up. We're gonna let this baby callus over. It's in pretty good condition, right? Pretty good. We're gonna let this callus over, and then when I come back into my space in a week, we'll plant this up on my next Planting with Jewelyn live, when I am gonna do my next one back in Santa Monica. I'll do one live from Las Vegas, so that'll be fun to just switch it up. But then when I come back and I do the next live here, we'll put this in soil as a little celebration. Now, what do you guys think I should do with the mother plant? Like, do you think I should put it into soil now? The problem is that this thing is so top heavy, like literally I would have to figure out what kind of, oh my gosh, you guys imagine this in a planter? Like, I'm gonna have to figure out, it might have to even lean up against like my studio until it really takes root in the soil. So let me know, what do you guys think? Should I try to find a planter that I can just stick it in, and then, you know what we could do? Ah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'll let it callus over for a couple days. And when I come back into my space in a week, when we plant up that baby, I have a big, you know, those big nursery planters that maybe you got a big house plant in or a big cacti in. They're on the side of my other side of my studio. We'll put that, we'll fill that up with soil, and then we'll put it into the nursery planter, and then it'll live on the right side of my greenhouse in that nursery planter until it roots up, and then it'll just kind of like, I might have to lean it against my house for support because this thing is so huge. So I'm thinking that's the plans. So give it 2 thumbs up, or give me a bunch of thumbs up if you guys agree that we should wait for a week for it to callus over, the baby and the mother plant, and then we'll put it into soil. What do you guys think? Give me some thumbs up if you agree. I would love to know your thoughts, and then we're gonna move on to my other project that I want to do. I'll give you guys a few seconds while I take a sip of my tea before it gets cold. So that was my crazy plant lady story of the of the lockdown. Yep, it had to be me. You know, when I was walking back, I was like, Jewelyn, like, I'm so not surprised, like literally, like, that you're carrying 3 huge aloes in your neighborhood back with Abby on your walk. You're crazy. It's okay though. I feel like once this thing roots up, or even like, say for instance, like, I believe in this mother plant. I'm sending good vibes. Give it a thumbs up if you guys agree that in a week when I'm back, we'll put this in soil. This will go in a big nursery planter. It'll lean up against my wall, and this will go in another small little nursery planter, and they can live side by side next to my huge opuntia. And then maybe at the end of summer or something, I can lift it up to see maybe if there's roots. I don't know, I might not even want to touch it, but that is what I see in the future for this rescue. So I hope this inspires you, that if you do ever see a plant in the trash, it's okay, you're not the only one. I say take it and try your best to bring it back, because when this thing is growing and thriving in my space, I'm going to remember that one time where I stopped and I took a second to rescue that plant, and I give it a new life. So anyway, I needed to I needed to share this huge story with you guys, because I've never ever rescued a huge plant like this, like, nonetheless from my neighborhood. And like, my neighbor, I want to say 3 blocks away from me, it was crazy 2 days ago. So I was trying to figure out if I was gonna do it in a Planting with Jewelyn live, but I wanted to at least do the story time of it, and to show you what to expect in a week when I'm back in my space. We'll plant these up, and at least I got to take the baby off, so it gives it time to callus over. And just as an experiment, because supposedly, I mean, I've never seen anybody root up and get a baby out of a cutting like this, but you know, there could be a 50-50 chance. Maybe, you know, 75% no, 25% yes, that we'll get something out of it. But literally, like, I can just try. So that is going to be coming up in a week. Now I'm gonna move this on the side. So can we have some clapping hand emojis for this big rescue? Now remember, now there was three of these. Do you see this? 3 of these that I carried at once in my arms 2 days ago while walking Abby back from our daily walk. So give it up for the rescue. Give me some clapping hands for the mother plant that I rescued with the baby. And stay tuned because I will be giving Kira hers in a couple of days, and I'm kind of interested to see what she's gonna do. Maybe we can share it on a live at her place. That'll be fun. I know she's been like super into plants and asking me a lot of questions about Sansevieras and Hoyas. So here it is. Look at how big it is compared to me. Oh my gosh, it's crazy, right? All right, so let's lay this down nicely because I don't want to break its arm or put any more damage to or mark it up. It'll just callus over underneath my Tiffany blue table and the little baby. Okay, so anyway, that was the current events for Santa Monica in my neighborhood and my crazy plant lady story. That's probably the most craziest story rescue that I've had over the several years of doing plant content on this channel. Okay, so remember when, okay, now that we have a bunch of you on the live, this is my 4th episode and I've asked this the last time I did a live. Give me a number 4 if this is your 4th time watching the live in real time. Number 3 if this is your 3rd time watching live in real time, 3 episodes. 2 if this is your 2nd time watching a live in real time, or 1 if this is your 1st time. Let me know. Let me know. 4, 3, 2, or 1. It's just fun to see who's able to make it. Wow, 4. 4. That's really good. I've been doing some interesting times. We did Monday. My first live was last minute. I didn't give you guys heads up. I gave you guys a 30 minutes notice. Yay, we got some 1s. Yay. I'll give you guys a few more seconds. My first live, I didn't give you guys notice. It was a Monday and I did it around 7 p.m. I know a bunch of you guys were sleeping. And then the second one I did was Saturday night at 10 p.m. I know a bunch of you guys were also sleeping or up at 2 in the morning. Then the third live I did was Friday at 9 p.m. a little bit earlier. Yay, we got some 4s. And then this is the 4th one. We're doing Monday. It's a holiday here in the US, if that even matters right now. And I'm doing it early. So I hope you, you know, can make it to all of the lives. I'll try different days and times, okay, so that we all can have some time to join in real time. But this video will go up on the channel. You guys can always watch it after, or you can join after on your own time and just watch it. So now, do you guys remember on my last live, for those of you who watched it, I said I wanted to try to propagate a plant because I was going to be gone for a couple of days, and I like to do things like that whenever I'm going to leave the collection for a couple of days, because it's not like I'm like checking on whatever I'm propagating every day to see if there's any kind of action or movement. So the cool thing about leaving the collection for a couple of days and propagating is that I may come back to something interesting, right? So I decided to bring up my big mother plant, my string of hearts, and I have 3, and this thing has been on my channel a couple years ago. It was like one of my star plants a couple years ago. I would always bring up this plant to